Hi friends, this is Sandy from Scrapbooks Blessings Club. I have today's video for you. It's not a layout, so we're not doing Friday's layout today. Instead, we're getting ready for the Honey Bears Designs 12 Days of Christmas annual blog hop. It's coming up. It's going to be from November 25th through December 6th. There are some awesome sponsors, great prizes, a terrific lineup. So I hope that you can join us starting on November 25th. It's all things Christmas. So I am so excited that the club gets to be a part of it this year. So with that said, what I'm doing is I'm preparing and getting ready for all 12 days. And I thought I would share with you how I make my own paper, my own design paper. And I thought this would be a good tips and tutorials, techniques video for when you do your layouts too. So let's get started. This is the paper I'm actually going to use for the hop, so you're getting a preview. It is red on red, and it's a cute little snowflake pattern. And so I'm going to actually decorate the back of it because it was just plain white. Okay, so here's the back, and you can't really tell, I don't think, with the color, but I went ahead and I used Memento, my dewdrop. It is New Sprout. It's a very pretty pastel, sagey green, and I didn't want the stark white, so what I did is I just took it and starting on one end, I just went all the way down just to give me a little bit of color. So I just did that just in streaks. So I think they're going to show up really nice when I take a picture of it. Right now you can't really tell. But that's the first thing I do, is I don't like the white. I like to give it a little color. And the easiest way to do that is with your ink pads. You can use the big ink pads or you can use the little ones. It doesn't matter. Okay? So that one is done. Now what I'm going to do is I want to put some kind of design on here. So I got these stamps from Studio G, and this is what we're going to use. I picked them up at Walmart for $1. You can't beat that. So I have 3 here. We're going to use the Christmas tree, the ornament, and the snowflake. Okay, and then I picked up my Memento rhubarb stalk and bamboo leaves, and then I got the Brilliant Starlight Silver that we're going to use, and these colors are what I'm going to use to make up my design. Okay, and I picked these ones because this paper is not your traditional bright red and green. It's a little darker, so I wanted this side to kind of complement the other side. So of course, I know I would say it too, San, why didn't you just buy double-sided cardstock? Well, I couldn't find one I like. I went to Joann's, I went to Hobby Lobby. Nothing was saying, hey, buy me. So I thought, well, I'll make my own. So that's where we are. So first things first, let's go ahead. I think Christmas trees. Who doesn't love Christmas trees? So I'm going to use the bamboo leaves for my Christmas tree. And then all I'm going to do is randomly put my Christmas trees, but it's going to be randomly in a randomly pattern kind of way. So there's going to be a rhyme and reason to how I do this. Okay, so what I like to do is when I take my first image, I'm going to go ahead and start in the corners, and I ink after each one, and I go ahead and I move my stamp because I don't want them all up and down. So I start in the corners, then I kind of visualize a pattern. So after I go to my corners, I just kind of come here a little bit diagonal. So I'm going to come in, and it's almost like I'm making a box within the box, if you can kind of think of that. Like here's 4 corners, Here's 4 corners. And then what I do is I come in. Now I don't want to make another box. I don't want it to look diagonal. Okay. So what I do is I come in about halfway and I'll add another one. I'll add another one. I'll come over here. Okay. So like I said, it's a little bit of a pattern to my randomness. Now what I'll do is I'll just throw 1 on, 2 on, right in the middle. Okay. And then I will come off and I'm going to do a couple off the page. And what I do is I just do 1 on each side, just like so. Okay. And then I'll go back and I'll go ahead and do a second one. And the reason why I kind of like don't just start here and go this way and come this, the reason why I kind of go in a box shape is that way I can get them all random. Okay. And I don't think it looks like a pattern. I just think it's an easier way of doing it. So now we're going to use the rhubarb stalk and I'm going to get the little Christmas ornament. And we'll put that on my little pad here. And now I'm just going to kind of follow the same pattern, okay? So I'm going to start here at the top and then come over to the other side, down, and over, okay? And then I'm going to go back up, and now I want to go more towards the middle, so I'm going to come in here. We'll come down here and come over. Okay, and then I'm going to do the final 2 in the middle. I'm going to make sure I get enough ink on there. So we're going to go in there, and we're going to go there. Okay, now what I'll do is I'll go back out to the edges. And remember, it's going to be 1 on each side, wherever you want it. And then you're going to go back, and I'm going to look across where my paper is and decide where I want to put another one. So I'm thinking here. I'm going to go at the corner. I'm going to look down and decide where I want to put the other one, and I'm going to put that one here. This one, I think I'm going to go more towards this corner. And then I'm going to go more towards that side. Okay. Now for my snowflake, I'm going to use the Starlight Brilliance because I wanted to give it just a little bit of sparkle. And I'm excited. This is the first time I get to use it. Okay. So this is a little wetter. The ink is the ink pigment ink, so it's wetter. So don't press and grind down, or all you're going to get is a smushy mess. Okay. So once again, I'm going to start up at the corners. And then I'm going to come down here, here. I'm going to go in towards the middle. Okay, and now I'm going to go towards my edges off the paper. We're going to come up here. And come down here. Now, I did the same random pattern. I started here, one here, 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 and I just basically went all four corners each time, okay? So now all I'm going to do is I see some spaces. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the snowflakes and I'm just going to fill in a couple more in the middle slots just to kind of break up the red and green. Let's see, one over there. Let's put one over here in the corner. And we'll come over here. We'll put one in this corner. Okay, and then we'll come down here. Okay, so that's starting to look really good. Okay. Now, I'm not done. I got one more stamp. And this is just a little stamp. It's a little wooden stamp. It's a snowflake. And this is going to be my tiny filler stamp. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and I'm going to start back with my green, my bamboo leaves. And now I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to fill in random places quickly this snowflake. Oh, this is coming together very nicely. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take that and get that off my mat. Okay, now let's go back to the red. Okay, now I'm going to fill in with the red. Just different spots where I think there needs to be red. There's no right or wrong with this. You're just doing what's pleasing to the eye. So keep going until you think you got enough. So let's put one more. Where do I want? Oh, we'll go right here. Okay. And now let's finish up with, rub that off. Okay, and now we're going to finish off with the silver. Just different spots. I'm going to throw a couple more on, go a little quicker here. this is what you can kind of look at. I always say less is more. Kind of take a step back and then you can go back on, you know, kind of step back and come back and put one there. Kind of see where you think you might need it. And when you think you got it, then you're done. Don't keep going. You want some space. And here you have it. I have right here the other side of the pattern paper that I'm going to use for a block hop. And I just made my own pattern paper. So I'll be using this side and I'll be using that side. And if you look, they correspond really nicely. So that's it. Making your own paper is so easy to do if you do them randomly in a pattern. So I can't wait to see you on November 25th. Stop by for the hop. Until next time, have a nice day. Bye-bye.